Hey, Brooke, I won't be home until late tonight. Work needs me to stay and finish off some important reports in time for a meeting tomorrow.
Wait, what? But we have my dad's will reading today at 5. Will you be able to make it?
Sorry. No, sorry, I'm simply way too busy to take any time off. My boss is already annoyed at me because I went to your dad's funeral. I can't afford to annoy him any more than I already have.
But what about the will?
You're gonna have to go by yourself, I'm afraid.
Seriously? You know how much my dad meant to me. I can't go to the reading of his will by myself. It'll crush me. I can hardly stop myself from bursting into tears randomly throughout the day. There's no way that I'll be able to sit through his will without crying. I really need you with me for support, Andrew.
Look, I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do. I'm needed here.
You're needed with me.
I'll get fired if I go. Do you want that? We'd have no money then, so I don't know how you'd think we'd survive.
Fine. If that's how you want to be, then so be it. I'll just go to the reading myself.
Good, that's what I've been telling you to do. Maybe if you actually listen to me sometimes, we wouldn't end up in these kinds of arguments.
Whatever. Don't expect me back tonight. I'm going to spend the evening at my mom's house, and I'll probably sleep there. Considering you're not being very comforting or helpful towards me in this whole situation.
Seriously, you're gonna be that petty? What about dinner?
You'll have to sort that out yourself.
Oh, that's your job. As my wife, you need to do the cooking how I like it.
What? Where on earth have you got that idea from? I'm not some 1930s housewife who does whatever you tell her to.
Oh, that's the problem, isn't it? You're always so busy going off and being independent that you never have time to take care of the house or me. I work long and hard hours, and I think I deserve to have someone show me a little bit of pampering for everything I do.
Well, what about me? You're not the only one who works hard, you know. I work just as hard as you do, and then I'm expected to come home and do the cleaning and cooking and everything in between, whilst you're just sitting on your butt watching TV.
Well, that's because everyone knows that men work harder than women. It's just expected of us, so we should be looked after by our wives when we come home. That's why we're paid more, you know?
I really just can't deal with you right now. I'm going to go and hear whatever is in the will, and then I'm going to go and have an evening with my mom where we can reminisce about my dad. Please don't message me unless it's important.
Whatever. So, what did the lawyer say? What did your dad leave us? Brooke? Hello, anyone there? It's kind of rude to ignore people, you know.
Andrew, is something wrong? Why are you messaging me?
Huh? Why would anything be wrong? I just wanted to know how the meeting went with the lawyer.
Look, I don't really want to discuss that at the moment. I'm just trying to have a nice evening with my mom. If you really wanted to know, you should have come to the meeting with me.
Oh, you're not still moaning about that, are you? Look, I was busy, so I couldn't. But that doesn't mean you can't tell me about it now. I mean, I know your dad was fairly well off, so he must have left us quite a bit of money. So, how much have we got?
Are you kidding me? You're seriously messaging me after ditching me during one of the most difficult times of my life just to ask if my dead dad has left me any money? I can't actually believe you right now.
Look, I know it's not nice having one of your parents die, but at the end of the day, it's gonna happen to everyone sooner or later. At least we can get something good out of a horrible situation. I mean, depending on how much he's left us, we could even go away to like Tenerife or the Bahamas or somewhere. I know you've always wanted to go there.
Really? You wouldn't be too busy with work to go on vacation to somewhere like that?
No, I could definitely take time off of work so that we can go there. It'd be easy. I just need to know how much inheritance your dad left us so that I know if we can afford it or not.
Okay, well, he's left me his company and all of his assets along with a few $100,000 in cash.
Whoa, what? He's left you with all of that?
Yeah, I mean, I am his only child, so it kind of makes sense that he would leave me his company to do what I want with it. I know it's not a massive business, but it earns a healthy living, so I could be quite well off with it.
Yeah, we definitely could. I mean, I could actually quit my job and live the luxury lifestyle I've always wanted to live.
Well, we'd have to see about that. We can't go spending money recklessly, as then we'd end up with nothing left. Besides, my dad left me this money and his company so that I could have a secure life and not have to worry about money. He wouldn't want me to squander it away.
We wouldn't be squandering it, simply enjoying some well-earned comforts and luxuries that we can finally afford. In fact, I might go and order a new car. You know, I've been wanting one for a while now, and with all this money in our possession now, it would be the perfect time to get one. Not to mention the trip, I'll get that booked up straight away.
Andrew, just wait a moment.
Brooke, just chill for once, would you? Let me just have a bit of fun. You're always so boring and careful. It's really annoying and a bit of a downer. I need to have a bit of adventure in my life, so just let me do this. Got it?
Fine, if that's what you want to do.
It is.
Okay then. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to get back to enjoying my evening with my mom.
Huh? Oh, yeah, you do that. I'm gonna be celebrating this evening as well, in my own way. So don't try and call me or anything. I probably won't be able to respond.
Huh? What do you mean, celebrate? And why wouldn't you be able to answer your phone? Andrew? Hey, Andrew, I just saw that you've booked the tickets for Tenerife, but how are you able to do that? I haven't got an up-to-date passport, so there's no way that you were able to book a ticket for me. And yet the email says that there are clearly 2 first-class tickets for Tenerife.
What are you doing on my personal laptop? That's an invasion of my privacy.
Whoa, chill out. My laptop died on me, so I was trying to sort out getting a new one. That's why I'm on yours.
Well, you shouldn't be on it. You didn't even ask me.
Well, I thought that, seeing as I'm your wife, you wouldn't mind if I borrowed it for a bit to sort out a new computer for myself. Why are you getting so upset?
Because that's my laptop. I have personal things on there.
You mean like all of your messages with your girlfriend, Vanessa?
What? I don't know what you're on about.
You can drop the act now. You're not fooling anyone, and you haven't been for a while now.
What do you mean?
Did you really think that I didn't know that you were cheating on me? I mean, come on. You didn't exactly try very hard to hide your tracks. You even basically told me not to message you the other day because you'd be celebrating my dad's death. The only reason you wouldn't respond to a text is if you were doing something you weren't supposed to. I also have friends, you know, people who have seen you out and about with your new girlfriend. Did you honestly think that they wouldn't tell me about you cheating on me?
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter anymore anyway. I was gonna wait considering your dad just died, but I want a divorce.
No problem. I've already filed for one. The papers should be with you soon.
What? How stupid can you get? That's exactly what I want.
What do you mean?
Well, think about it. Your dad has just died and left you thousands of dollars and even a company. I, being your husband, get half of everything you have, so I get to have half of all your money, and I don't even have to lift a single finger to earn it. Oh, and if you hadn't guessed, the tickets to Tenerife are for me and Vanessa. There was absolutely no way I was going to go to somewhere that amazing with a downer like you. You'd have to be a moron to think I'd do that. It looks like everything is going exactly as I wanted it to.
Oh, wow. You sure had everything planned out, didn't you? How long have you been waiting to put this little scheme into action? Was it your idea, or did this Vanessa help you come up with it? Surely you couldn't have been smart enough to come up with something like this on your own.
Vanessa might have helped me come up with the idea, but I'm the one who perfected it. Once I have half your money, me and Vanessa can finally go and live a fun life like we've always wanted to. We might even be able to befriend some people in higher places. Who knows? I just know my life will be 1,000 times better without you in it.
Yeah? I was just about to say the same thing, actually. There's just one teeny tiny flaw in your plan.
Oh yeah? What's that then? Because as far as I'm concerned, I've got you snookered.
Yeah, you would have, if not for the fact that I don't have my inheritance yet.
Huh? What are you on about?
You know how my dad never liked you? He always said that you were no good for me. Well, turns out he thought you'd try and do something like this to me, so he made it a point to say that all of my inheritance will only be given to me after my mom passes away. Until then, technically, everything belongs to her, so it won't even be considered in the divorce proceedings.
What?
Also, with all the evidence that you've so helpfully given me, confirming that you cheated on me and even came up with a plan to scam me out of my money, any judge and jury will surely rule in my favor. It looks like you'll be the one who'll be paying me quite a lot in compensation for your unfaithfulness.
That can't be true. No way. That's not fair.
That's what happens when you cheat on your partner. But at least you and Vanessa will be able to forget about things for a while whilst in Tenerife. That is, if you can afford it.
There's no way that I can pay for the vacation anymore. I was gonna use your dad's money. You need to give me the money for it. It's the least you can do.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't owe you anything. You were so horrible and cruel to me after my dad died. At no point did you try to comfort me or console me. You just snuck around behind my back with your girlfriend and tried to make me feel bad for not being a good wife.
Well, I didn't mean it.
That's such a pathetic excuse. No, I'm done with you. I'm just glad that you showed me your true colors before I wasted any more time on you. You'll never see me again, Andrew. And you most definitely won't be seeing even a penny of my money.
Brooke, wait, please, I love you.
Well, that sucks for you, because I don't love you. It's time I finally did what my dad said I should have years ago, and find someone who actually appreciates me and loves me, not for what I can do for them. Goodbye and good riddance. After revealing to Andrew that I knew all about his affair, I quickly started the divorce proceedings so that I could get rid of him as quickly as possible. Just like I thought, with all of the evidence about his affair and attempted scam, the judge sided with me quite quickly. I received a lot of compensation from my ex-husband due to his behavior. After that, I've moved back so that I could be closer to my mom and support her now that my dad was gone. I also took over his company and began to run it. The business quickly started growing, and I am currently managing quite a large company that is bringing in a lot of money. And thankfully, I don't have a lazy husband who expects me to do everything for him, trying to mooch off of me. I'm happy things worked out in the end.
Karen, I am Mary. From today, I am your mother. Make sure you listen to me. I want you to be my daughter and live your life accordingly. First of all, we're going to have a parent-child meeting. I want you to show up at our house in the next 3 days. Our house meaning your father's house. You know where it is, right?
Excuse me? Who are you?
I'm your mother.
My mother died 2 years ago. I'm not interested in some kind of prank.
I'm not that mother. You know your father remarried, don't you?
That's news to me.
I'm the one who married your father. We had a beautiful wedding in Hawaii last week. We just got back from our honeymoon.
Oh.
After we enjoyed our honeymoon, I thought I'd do something nice to my new family, you know. I'm a kind and sensible wife, so I thought I'd give you, my husband's ex-wife's child, a nice life too.
I don't think a truly kind and sensible person would say that about herself. You don't seem to be able to communicate well. And I'm not interested in getting involved with your family, so goodbye.
I understand your confusion at this sudden turn of events. I get it. But don't worry, your biological mother has already passed away. So I, who married your biological father and became his wife, am automatically your mother. From now on, you can count on me like your real mother.
I don't want to.
What?
I just remembered. Aren't you Mary, the woman my father cheated on my mother with, who was the reason my parents divorced? I heard that when my father divorced my mother, he and the other woman broke up. That breakup was one of the conditions my mother offered in order to get divorced. So why are you married to my father?
Oh, you knew all that?
I never met you, but I knew the details of what had happened when things had settled down.
Well, I'm not going to hide anything from you, so I'll tell you. When I heard that your mother had passed away, I got back together with your father 6 months ago and we got married. I finally got the position of wife of the company president that I had always wanted. Since the person who made the offer is no longer with us, I'll do whatever I want.
I see. You're a prick, just like you used to be.
Huh?
I don't know which part of you is kind or sensible. I'm appalled to hear it. I don't consider you or my father family. I have no intention of getting along with you in the future. I don't want to get involved in your affairs, so please leave me alone. If you'll excuse me.
Well, wait a minute.
What do you want?
I'm not going to ask for your approval without offering you anything. You're single, aren't you? Poor thing. You must be so lonely. That's why I found you a wonderful husband.
What?
I'm telling you to show up at our house to meet your future husband. It seems you ran away from your parents' house after they divorced. But without your father's backing, you could only get an average boring man, right? That's why you're still single at your age, isn't it? Let me, the president's wife, solve that problem for you. I have a high income and a nice-looking man for you. You should be thankful.
No, thank you. Goodbye. Sis, can we chat right now? Something has happened. Karen? I'm on my lunch break, so we can chat. What's up? That scab dad married that scab Mary. What? I got a text from her today. She says she found out about Mom's death and got back together with Dad 6 months ago. They got married a week ago. They went on their honeymoon and came back today. What? I guess that scab dad had my contact info on his phone, and that's how Mary found my number. Also, she said to me, "Your real mother has already passed away, and I married your biological father and became his wife, which automatically makes me your mother. From now on, you can depend on me like your real mother." Huh? Of course, I rejected her offer. These people are such pricks. I know. And you know, she was saying some weird stuff. Weird stuff? Something about finding me a husband with high income. What? What the hell? She wants me to come to her house in the next 3 days to meet the man. I should ignore her, right? Of course. Besides, there's no way you're getting married now. It must be some kind of harassment. I know, right? But she did say something that bothered me a little. She told me that she felt sorry for me for being single at my age. Maybe it's not me the scumbag is talking about. That's possible. I'm curious too. I'll look into it. Karen, why did you block the scumbag? She's annoying, right? But I'm afraid of blocking her and not knowing what she'll do. I think I'll just leave it like this and see what happens. Okay. Either way, you're just gonna ignore what scumbag says.
Karen, you don't want to come to the face-to-face meeting, do you? That's fine with me. I've already arranged your marriage. All you have to do is show up at the wedding venue on the day and everything will be set. This is my gift to you as your new mother. Take it gratefully. The first Sunday of next month is the wedding day, so be at the Starlight Hotel by 7 a.m. I will arrange the dress and the wedding venue on my end. It's a small ceremony for the two families only, but please don't be rude on the groom's family. You do realize that this is unacceptable? I could just barely tolerate you not coming to the wedding. But how dare you not come to the wedding? You do understand that without the bride, there can be no wedding, right? The groom and his family are already here. The wedding is about to start. What are you doing? Come to the wedding hall right now. Not only did you not show up at the designated time, you didn't even call me at all. Are you trying to disgrace me?
What? I'm not getting married.
Huh? What are you playing games with me? I've told you before. Don't you feel sorry for the groom?
You're still talking about that?
Of course I am. You're getting married today.
I don't have a boyfriend and I have no plans to get married.
You're getting married to someone your mother, decided for you.
Huh?
The man you're marrying to is 45 years old, but his family is very wealthy, so you'll be rich.
45 years old?
You may feel the age difference now, but after a certain number of years, you won't mind so much. And his face doesn't look that old for a 45-year-old. He doesn't even have a tan, and his skin is so beautiful that I envy him.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh no, I'm serious. I even have the marriage certificate ready.
If you're serious, please stop it.
Hey, Karen, listen to your mother.
What? Who says you're my mother?
I told you the other day. Now that your real mother has passed away, I, who married your real father, am automatically your mother.
Are you joking?
You're the one who's joking. Enough of this stubbornness. Accept it. I also told you that this marriage is a gift from me to you. If you don't have the backing, you'll never have the chance to marry a wealthy man. I found you a husband, and I'm going to give you the happiness of being a rich wife, you know. It's not polite to lash out at me like that, even if we weren't related as mother and daughter.
You scumbag.
Huh?
Don't act like you're my mother. You're a nuisance.
Scumbag?
You took advantage of my mother's death to get back together with my father. I don't want to be told about politeness by the rudest person like you. No one can be my mother other than my real mother.
That's nonsense. I've already decided who you're going to marry to. Now get your butt to the wedding. You're at an age where you're going to be an old hag anyway, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be rich when you marry this man. So it's really not that bad for you.
That's not the point. I'm not old enough to get married yet.
Huh?
Goodbye.
Don't talk nonsense. Oh well, I'm coming to pick you up now.
Sis, the scumbag lady seems to be trying to start the wedding on her own. And the husband she says she found for me is a 45-year-old man. That's too much.
He's a 45-year-old man, and he's a very complicated guy.
Did you find out anything on your side too?
Yup, I got in touch with a lawyer who helped Mom with a divorce. She knew Mom and Dad from when they were young, so I thought she might know about current Dad's situation. And my guess was right, she knew stuff. Now I have some idea of what's going on.
Tell me.
When I told her about the wedding, the first words out of her mouth were, "Oh, I thought today was the oldest daughter's wedding." That's what she said.
You mean your wedding, not mine?
Yeah.
I knew it. I thought Mary was estimating my age as quite high. She must have been mistaking me for the oldest daughter.
Well, I'm only 29 either, you know. I think it's too early for that old hag to be messing with me about my age.
I know, right? Anyway, didn't Dad think it was strange?
He's been on an overseas business trip for the past 5 months. The marriage proposal was brought up a month after that. It seems that Mary was in charge of the wedding and other arrangements. And by the way, Dad was supposed to attend the wedding today, but he got seriously injured on his business trip and had to cancel his attendance.
Things are so chaotic.
And then...
Oh, wait a minute. I just got a text from this scumbag.
Wow, seriously?
If there's anything else you are going to tell me, just keep typing and send it to me. I'll let her know if I need to.
Okay, I'll let you know.
I'm here to pick you up. Now get ready and come to the wedding. Remember, even though it's a small ceremony, you're keeping everyone waiting. Don't be selfish and accept the marriage.
Pick me up? Where are you picking me up from?
At your apartment in Avalon Town? Of course. Open the door.
That's the apartment my older sister and I used to live in. No mistake, but we've already moved out.
What? Your older sister? You're the eldest of 2 sisters, right?
No, I'm Karen, the second eldest.
Huh? Isn't the first daughter Karen and the second daughter Sarah?
It's the other way around. The eldest is Sarah, and I'm the second daughter, Karen.
You mean I remembered it wrong?
Did you get our names from my father?
Huh? Well, now that you mention it, when my husband talked about his daughters, he would say my eldest daughter, blah blah blah, my second daughter, blah blah blah. So I don't think I've ever heard the names directly from him.
So I guess there must have been some kind of misunderstanding or assumptions. Well, I'm sure you got my number by snooping on my father's cell phone or some such devious means. I guess there was no one to correct your mistake.
What a surprise! Then call your old sister Sarah right now. Your sister is a lonely old single woman too, isn't she? I heard that after your parents divorced, you 2 sisters cheekily disobeyed your father and left home. How can such a cheeky woman who's approaching 30 get married? I've arranged everything for her, so tell her to come to the wedding now.
Sarah's already married.
Huh?
She got married 6 months ago and now lives on a remote island where her husband was born and raised.
What?
So you have to give up on having a wedding today.
Fine, then you can be the bride.
Huh?
Where are you? I'll pick you up right away. You'll get a marriage license right after the wedding today.
I'm only 15, you know.
What?
I'm a freshman in high school.
What?
I'm not old enough to get married yet by law, didn't you know?
Considering my husband's age, I thought you were older.
My sister and I are 14 years apart. After Sarah got married, I live in the high school dormitory.
Is that true?
Why don't you ask my father? I'm sure he'll remember how old his daughter is.
No way.
I mean, you've never talked about it with my father?
I wouldn't talk about his ex-wife's daughters unless I had to. I didn't even know the age of his first daughter until I was in the process of arranging the marriage.
You should have asked how old his second daughter was as well. Or maybe you should have asked the names of the first and second daughters first. After all, your plan was based on assumptions and misunderstandings.
Shut up.
Well, it's none of my business.
This is not good. What am I going to do then about today's wedding?
I'm sorry, but I'm about to board a ferry to a remote island where Sarah lives, so I'm afraid I won't be able to get a signal on my phone.
What? Hey, you don't have to get married right now. Just be the bride today. The thing is, your father's company is in financial trouble. The groom's parents are the only ones who can help him out of this crisis. That's why I need you to marry him.
I see. That's why you were trying to force the marriage. You said you wanted to do something for your daughter, something motherly, but in the end, it's all about self-interest, isn't it?
That's not true. I was doing it for your sake. You don't want your father's company to go bankrupt, do you? You know, when you inherit in the future, your share will be less.
As I recall, my late mother was the legal representative for me and my sister's disinheritance.
What?
My mother's family is rich. We don't need our scum father's inheritance. Well, goodbye now.
Hey, Karen. Can we have a barbecue for dinner tonight? I got some fresh shellfish and fish from the islanders earlier. I'm thinking of grilling them together.
That's great. I'm near the supermarket now. If we're having a barbecue, do you want me to buy some vegetables or something?
That would be great.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it seems like Mom's lawyer contacted me this morning.
Oh, you mean about the wedding yesterday?
Yeah. I called her right back and she told me an interesting story.
Interesting story?
Apparently Dad's company is on the verge of bankruptcy after all.
So Mary was right.
And as a way out of the crisis, Mary offered her husband's oldest daughter to the son of the president of Dad's business partner, the 45-year-old shut-in son, and Dad was supposed to get financial support as a result of the marriage.
Wow. Oh, by the way, Mary said the man had nice skin for a 45-year-old. I guess it meant that he had no tan nor age spots because he's a shut-in man.
Maybe it meant that that's the only advantage he had.
That's not an advantage at all. That's too creepy. I mean, we both like healthy, macho guys, right?
That's right.
Your husband is a diving instructor.
He has a nice tan, doesn't he?
I can see he's your type.
Well, I don't need to talk about my husband right now, but even if I were single, I wouldn't want a 45-year-old shut-in man.
Me neither. There's no way you would agree to such an absurd marriage.
Maybe Mary thought that if I heard that Dad's company was going bankrupt, I would consent to it without a second thought.
Come to think of it, she was talking about inheritance when she was trying to persuade me. She's such a scumbag.
It's true, isn't it?
Oh.
Hmm?
Speak of the devil, I got a text from her.
Oh no, are you going to reply?
No way. I'm going to block her. My mother's lawyer told me through my sister what happened to the scumbag woman. She was blamed for making a false marriage proposal based on her own assumptions. The groom's family apparently made her pay a fee. It seems that the groom's family demanded that she pay for the wedding and the honeymoon that she had booked on her own. The amount of money was not that much, but my father's company was on the verge of bankruptcy, so she had a very hard time paying back the money. And just as she finally finished paying it back, my father's company went bankrupt. They were saddled with a large amount of debt, and their gorgeous lifestyle took a turn for the worse. They are now both working and living in extreme poverty.